Hello friends and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I inadvertently am dressed Halloween, but also am totally kind of just cozy. Well, number one, this is what I wore for teaching this morning. Orange is the VIP kid color, so I always just throw on an orange t-shirt. And then I was chilly, so I put on this black sweater, and then I realized I was wearing Halloween colors, which is fitting because I just wanted to I just wanted to make this quick video because I did get the Lunar Beauty Moon Spell palette, and I got it Monday? Tuesday? I don't remember. But I got this palette, and I figured by the end of this video, you will know my first impressions, see some swatches. I'll post a couple of photos of the look that I did yesterday. I've been doing a lot of makeup lately, and around my eyelids is just really tender. So I'm not doing heavy makeup look today. This is literally like the makeup that I wore to teach class, and I don't feel bad about it. But I will say, as soon as I saw this palette, I was really excited about it because it is so beautiful. Like, I'm such a sucker for packaging. It looks like a spell book, obviously, Moon Spell by Lunar Beauty, and it's just beautiful. It's got the gold detail, really lovely artwork. If you look on the side, it actually has like divots that look like a book, like the gold leaf on the edge of a book, and it has some nice artwork on the back. And then you open her up, and the colors here are just beautiful. So we will swatch these top down, but they're also really cool because they're named after like pop culture witches. So let's get into it. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this palette. So again, I really probably bought this for the packaging. It's just, I'm obsessed with it. It's beautiful. I would like literally display this. It feels very nice. It's got some nice weight to it. And also, sorry, not sorry, but I haven't redone my nails after just, it doesn't matter. They're terrible, but please don't judge me. So when you open it up, you get your little plastic cover piece, and as I do with all swatches, I'm just going to lay it down so you can see. What I love about this, or what I think is really fun, is they're all named after pop culture witches, and the colors are just really beautiful. So I will say I did not prime or foundation, anything. These are just some down and dirty finger swatches, so you get an idea of the colors and maybe decide if this is something for you. And like I said, I will post some looks of one that I did when I got the palette, so at least you know that I have tried most of these colors and can tell you how they are going to work on your eyes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. The first shade here is called Prue, and it is just a really pretty, I guess you would say almost lavender duochrome, and it goes on really light and sheer, but I love this. I used this. You can definitely build it up to get some more intense sheen. This is nice in the corner of the eye for sure. You can use it as highlight. I love, love, love that color. And then next we have the shade Piper. So Prue, Piper, Phoebe, and Paige are all from Charmed, which is not a show that I have watched. Let me know in the comments if you like that show. My husband's, one of his daughters is named Piper after this show. So maybe I should give it a watch. But this is Piper, a lovely metallic, goes on really smooth. It is, all of the shades I found were really blendable, so I quite enjoyed that. Next is Phoebe, and I love this shade as well. It's got a really nice duochrome to it. I mean, look at that shine, my goodness. And then you've got like this beautiful shimmer glitter purple situation happening here. It's so pretty. I love these three colors a lot. And then you have a nice matte, what would you call this? Magenta? Pink? It's matte. It is more of a magenta. Again, I think these are really super ultra blendable, and I love that about these shades. Next we have, and last on this row, is Sabrina, and I used this yesterday. It is a perfect, lovely purple. It is going to need some buildup, especially on an unprimed and prepped skin. But I used this yesterday when I created my first look with the palette, and it was so blendable and beautiful. I mean, purple is my favorite color, so I'm here for that anyway. But here is your first row. We have Prue, Piper, Phoebe, Paige, and Sabrina, which, I mean, I hope we all know Sabrina the Teenage Witch. If you don't, or if you're too young to remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch, feel free to go back and learn because it was fantastic. Then we have Winifred, Sarah, and Mary. These are obviously, maybe not obviously, but these are the witches from Hocus Pocus. I will say there can be a bit of fallout. I don't even know if you can see. Yeah, you can. You can see it here. And I am finger swatching, like I said. Obviously with a brush you would tap this off, but they're really smooth and blendable. That was Winifred, and then this is Sarah, which it looks really mauve in the palette, but comes out more of a brown to me. And I was kind of surprised about that. I was looking for like a cool toned purple, but I still love this shade. And like I said, it's super blendable and lovely. Next, you have the shade Mary, which is a glittery metallic, like a goldy copper metallic. And again, that comes off a little like smokier and darker. So I think that like when you first see this palette, it doesn't really give you Halloween vibes, but when you start to see it like this, the Halloween story like starts to come to life in my mind. Next we have Samantha. Oh my, this feels like butter. I mean, honestly, it really does. I will tell you, I wore this look, or a look yesterday with this palette, and it did stain my eyes, but I used a lot of bright colors. Like I said, I'll pop in some pictures. This is Samantha, and oh, she's beautiful. I mean, that's just, oh, I love it. And then lastly, we have Kiki, which is a matte brown. Very soft. I will say, not the most pigmented. Again, the mattes need some more buildup, but they are very blendable, which I found them really easy to work with on the eye, which was nice. So we have boop, 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 Winifred, Sarah, Mary, Samantha, and Kiki. All right, let's move on to our last row with Hermione, infamous Harry Potter witch. This is a perfect gold. I mean, but when it goes on, it's so sheer. So again, I feel like you could maybe inner corner this, highlight with this, definitely pack it onto the lid, or I mean, there's a lot of options. Obviously, wear it however makes you happy, but it's a nice orangey brown gold shimmer. And then you have your sets of blues and greens. So we have Bonnie, a really fun green here. I used this on my lower lash line yesterday with Nancy and Fiona, which are some of my favorites in this palette. And again, super blendable. The mattes, like I said, aren't the most pigmented mattes I've ever picked up in my life, but they blend so nicely and they're really soft. So I like that. Ooh, Marnie, again, feels kind of like silk. Like, I love that. But you can see, I mean, they're definitely going to need some buildup, or I think obviously if you had like a primed and set eyelid, these are going to go on really nicely if you pack them onto the lid. But you know, on a quick finger swatch, you need to build them up. And I think it's important to see like on first hand, but they do blend out so nicely. That's just like a light blend. And then next we have Nancy. This is a beautiful teal color. I love colors like this. And that was just one swipe. Like, it's really nice. And this is a nice matte. This is a really pretty teal color. And then lastly, we have Fiona. Also incredibly buttery and soft. Dark teal metallic here. Like, wow. And it just glides on. I love this shade. I've used it for liner. I hope to do some more looks with some of the greens, just to play with this some more. I mean, it has a little bit of a duochrome. I love that. So the last row we have Hermione, Bonnie, Marnie, Nancy, and Fiona. And there you have it, the whole palette. Prue, Piper, Phoebe, Paige, Sabrina, Winifred, Sarah, Mary, Samantha, Kiki, Hermione, Bonnie, Marnie, Nancy, and Fiona. And that is your full swatch color palette. They are really fantastic. I really actually adore this palette. I do always like to let you kind of see, as always, there is going to be some fallout. I think that's every eyeshadow. I would say as my first impressions, the mattes are super blendable. I do feel like most of the shades need some build up to them, but it's a beautiful palette and color story. I definitely think it's worth the price for the quality of the packaging, the color story, and overall the shades are nice quality. Again, it's not super luxury makeup, but I really do love it. And if you don't have some of these colors already, which I didn't have, like a nice purple and some good greens, then this may be a great palette. And it's coming out right when all of the holiday collections are coming out, so if you were looking for something a little spooky and you know, earlier than Christmas, if you wanted to treat yourself, then this may be for you. So let me know in the comments if you're going to get this palette, if you're interested in seeing any looks with it. I will see you in the next video, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Bye.